Hello, everybody. Today we are going to be looking at the upper GI tract. So in your Edmodo, go to the post that says upper GI tract. We have a link for the reading. We have my email that you can send your assignments to, and we have the practice questions. So let's get into this. So besides your esophagus, organs of the upper GI tract are going to include the mouth, pharynx, and stomach. So the mouth is the first organ of the GI tract. Most of the oral cavity is going to be lined with mucous membrane. This tissue is going to produce mucus, which is going to help moisten, soften, and lubricate your food, which is going to make it easier to digest. In the mouth, we have 3 pairs of major salivary glands. So the largest of the 3 is the parotid glands. The next largest would be the submandibular glands. So your mandible is your jawbone. So anything submandibular is going to be under your jawbone. The third pair are the sublingual glands. All right, and anything that's lingual has to do with the tongue. Probably get it mixed up between sub and tongue, but anything that is lingual has to do with the tongue. So sublingual is going to be under the tongue. All right. So in addition to the pairs of major salivary glands, there are also going to be many minor salivary glands. All right. And these are going to secrete digestive enzymes. So amylase to help the chemical digestion of carbohydrates, lipase to secrete the enzyme that helps the chemical digestion of fats. And then we get to the tongue. So the tongue is going to move the food around in your mouth. So your tongue is also going to be covered with taste buds, all right, which are chemoreceptor cells. All right. So your teeth are going to be complex structures. They are made of a material called dentin and covered with enamel. Enamel is the hardest tissue in the body. So we have a few different types of teeth. Incisors are your front teeth. They are used for cutting or biting food. Canines are used for tearing foods that are tough, such as meats. Premolars and molars, those are used for crushing and grinding the food. The pharynx is the first tube your food goes down. Now, this is going to be an organ of respiration and digestion. So it has this thing called the epiglottis that closes over the opening of the larynx to prevent food or drink from entering the larynx. If your food or drink has ever gone down the wrong tube, the larynx, you'll start coughing, and that's your body's way of trying to get it out of there. The esophagus is going to be the next tube that it goes through. And then it is going to go, and sphincters are rings of muscle that contract to close off openings between structures. So when it's passing to another structure, that is going to close just to make sure that whatever it is that's going into that structure does not move backwards. So kind of like the valves on the heart. The stomach is going to, it can hold about 1 liter of food. And what it's going to do is mix and churn your food. All right. It's also going to start some chemical digestion. So mixing and churning is mechanical digestion, but it's also with enzymes and with stomach acids going to start some chemical digestion. So hopefully that all makes sense. Make sure you finish your questions and turn them in to me.